8th of November 2024. Venue is Cedar Mountain Chapel, Cedar City, number 1 Lagos Avenue. Gate opens at exactly 5 p.m. The Sunday Light edition of I Testify will feature inspiring performances by our indefatigable Cedar Choral, Minister Prince Danzel, Minister Nicholas Ofuria Connor, the host choir, Cedar Mass Choir, the refreshing harmonious chorale, and the energy booster group, Team Eternity Ghana. Prepare for an unforgettable night of worship, praise, and powerful testimonies that send the light to the world. Don't miss out on this special event. I Testify 2024. We are sending the light. Come with family and friends.
This is the Election Bureau. Hello, good evening and welcome to the Channel One Newsroom live from our studios at number 5 Owula Hansen Lane at Tesano in Accra. My name is Adwoa Tenkoramaa Domena. Coming up. Parliament adjourned indefinitely by Speaker Alban Bagwin as Business Committee fails to set agenda.
Knowing the challenges we are facing, it is not advisable to be adjourning from day to day. And so I'll proceed once more to adjourn the meeting indefinitely.
CLOGSAG strike disrupts key ministries as salary demands go unmet.
And the top men too are also on strike.
I see. It's amazing. I'm not regret with the time or losing the country.
They started yesterday.
Oh, okay.
They were all here yesterday, but today
we went for their
okay, they're starting today.
Also, Tamale South Parliamentary race heats up as Haruna Idrisu faces fresh challenge for 6th term.
The people are not enthused or they are not happy with what they are seeing within the constituency with regards to the work of the MP. So I am of the strongest conviction that if we go for election 2024, December 7th, Tamale South people will vote for my candidate rather than the current MP.
And later, Black Stars face crucial AFCON qualifiers against Angola and Niger as Soma's party's exclusion stirs controversy.
I don't see, let's say, from the performance side, the performance not there, and somebody else is performing, and I invite the other one, you know? So there are lots of things on the pitch, but also off the pitch, which are important, and I explained it at the beginning, which make it, for me, crucial if somebody will be invited or not.
And coming up in CNR Business. Vice President Dr. Bawumia launches My Credit Score to boost financial inclusion and economic formalization.
Credit Score today introduces a critical tool that will transform Ghanaians' access to credit and financing. The initiative comes at a crucial time in Ghana's financial sector.
A very warm welcome to you this evening. We begin from the House of Parliament, and Speaker Alban Bagbin has adjourned the House indefinitely due to a lack of business for lawmakers to discuss following the Business Committee's failure to convene and set the necessary agenda for the floor. Now, the recall session initiated by the NPP caucus was expected to address several critical issues. However, with the group's absence from the chamber, Speaker Bagbin once again adjourned proceedings indefinitely. More details follow in this report.
Parliament on Thursday, November 7, 2024, reconvened from recess in response to a petition filed by the NPP caucus for a recall of the House. Now, during proceedings on Thursday, it was only members of the NDC group who were cited sitting on the right-hand side of the Speaker to depict their position as the majority side of the House. However, on the left-hand side of the Speaker, there was no member of Parliament seated. The Speaker, in a communication to the House, indicated that inasmuch as the House is constituted for proceedings to commence, the House does not have the required numbers to take decision, hence adjourning the House indefinitely once again.
Unfortunately, the signatories have not shown up, and therefore matters that they wanted us to handle, which are admitted for the consideration of the Business Committee, are not on the order paper, and in fact there's no order paper for today because the Business Committee could not meet due to the absence of the people who requested for the recall. And as you can see, one side of the House is completely empty. In view of this, we have, as usual, got a quorum to sit, but we have no business before us to transact, because the Business Committee, as you know, they prepare a report, and this report is adopted by the House as business agreed by the House to transact during the course of the week. In the absence of that, there is no other authority that can put business before you which you have not adopted to transact. Knowing the challenges we are facing, it is not advisable to be adjourning from day to day. And so I'll proceed once more to adjourn the meeting indefinitely. And the meeting, this extraordinary meeting, is accordingly adjourned.
The adjournment comes 2 weeks after the House was adjourned sine die by the Speaker on October 22, following the contest for the majority status in the House between the NDC and NPP caucuses after the Formina, Agona West, Amenfi Central and Suhum seats were declared vacant. Despite a ruling by the Supreme Court staying the execution of this directive by Speaker Bagbin, members of the NDC caucus occupied the majority side of the House. The NDC group addressed journalists after the indefinite adjournment of the House by the Speaker, accusing the NPP caucus of causing financial loss to the state due to their absence from the chamber today.
The NPP minority caucus have indeed caused financial loss to the state and to us, the NDC members of Parliament, and to the people of Ghana. We say this because these recalls cost Ghana money. This is not the first time that they have done this. They've done this a couple of times, but we see nothing than disrespect. We call on the people of Ghana to see the behavior of the NPP and punish them accordingly. They have certainly, everything shows that the NPP are tired, they are fed up, and they are not ready to work for the people.
They are ready for the people.
They are bereft of ideas and they are short of vision. They cannot solve the suffering of the people. All what they do out there during campaigns, in spite of the hashing, is to sing and dance Osisifia. That's all what they do. In times like this, when the ordinary Ghanaian is struggling to survive, they are dancing and singing Osisifia and sharing money. We want Ghanaians to see them as such and vote against them and sack them.
What is before us, given precedent, is a matter under Article 99 of the Constitution, which in my view strongly belongs to the High Court as a forum on whether or not to declare a seat vacant or not vacant. But those of you who have studied Article 97 well, you must read the text well. The text reads, a member shall vacate his seat. Simple. A member shall vacate his seat. The provisions in Article 97 does not only talk about the future, it talks about the past. When it uses the word, if he was elected, it didn't say if he is elected, if he was elected. And for me, I haven't revised my constitutional law lately, and particularly the rules of interpretation as I should do. But basic, give words their ordinary common sense meaning. It is only when the ordinary common sense meaning leads to absurdity that you look for their secondary meaning. I do not see how the text in Article 97 can be compromised. More importantly, many of you will recall that when I had the rare opportunity to lead the minority, I kept warning then President Akufo-Addo and Professor Michael Kwe as Speaker that watch the precedent you set.
The NPP caucus also addressed journalists accusing the Speaker of supervising chaos in the House.
NPP, our tradition is to respect rule of law. Yes. It's out of deference to Mr. Speaker. That is why we did not enter the chamber. That we should share in that chaos theater with them. Never. Never. We will not. MPP will not. We will not. Therefore, don't be swayed by their lies and their propaganda. What Mr. Speaker did today amount to supervising chaos and bringing the image of democracy to disrepute. Yes. Clearly, the NDC is on a warpath. They want confusion in this country. They want lawlessness in this country. And all these are being supervised by Mr. Speaker.
Yes. It was the Speaker of Parliament who unconstitutionally made a proclamation, whatever it is that he said the last time. The Supreme Court has told him that he was wrong. Restore matters to what they were before you did that.
Line of action for the NPP?
Well, we will cite him for contempt. We will cite the Speaker for contempt. Watch the space.
Well, the NPP caucus has revealed that it will petition the Speaker once more to recall the House to consider urgent government businesses. Reporting for Channel One News from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayukwe Okain.
And away from Parliament, let's now bring you some election-related stories. We begin with the NPP and its vice presidential candidate, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, says Dr. Bawumia remains the country's best hope for development and must be given the chance to lead Ghana in the December election. Dr. Opoku-Prempeh says Dr. Bawumia and the NPP will implement policies and programs aimed at mitigating the plight of Ghanaians. Speaking at a meeting with the overlord of the Mamprugu traditional area in the Northeast region, Napo says the Northeast region must support their own. Channel One News' Samuel Fe has more.
Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, who is in the Northeast region to campaign for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and the NPP, says the NPP is the best party that can develop the country. Speaking at a meeting with the overlord of the Mamprugu traditional area, Dr. Matthew Poko says Dr. Bawumia has the policies and programs that will transform Ghana if elected as president. Napo is of the belief that the NPP remains the best party to develop the country.
We from Ashanti would make sure that my senior brother, Dr. Bawumia, becomes the president of the Republic. The elder son must enjoy before the younger one, and the younger son must serve the elder brother. People may not understand that the Mampugu and Ashantis have been the same for a very long time, and it will continue to be so. So it is time that the president of the Republic of Ghana must come from the Mampugu. The best person in the country now to lead us forward is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The promise Dr. Bawumia and myself make that we will make chieftaincy come to where it was before, and the power that they had will give it back to them.
Dr. Matthew Poko believes that the government under Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and the MPP will ensure transformational development in Ghana. He believes that the government under Dr. Bawumia will implement policies and programs that will mitigate the plight of the ordinary Ghanaian. For Channel One News, my name is Sami Biafe.
Until the NDC now, as a second-day high court presided over by His Lordship George K. Jan Konto, has adjourned the National Democratic Congress's application to set aside the injunction on its Memphis Central Parliamentary candidate Joanna Jan Kujo to Monday, November 11. Now, the application also seeks to dismiss the substantive disqualification case against her. The adjournment follows an appeal by lead counsel Eduji Tamaklo, who urged the court to consider the substantive disqualification case, citing concerns that any further delays could prevent Joanna Jan Kujo from participating in the December 7 parliamentary election. His Lordship Jan Konto, while acknowledging this plea, encouraged the parties to explore an out-of-court settlement before Monday. Meanwhile, supporters of Joanna Jan Kujo who attended the court session expressed hopes for a swift resolution to allow her to contest in the election.
So right now, what I want the court to do is to lift the injunction so that we can contest, so that EC will grant us permission to contest, because that's all we want now. We want to be in the game. We don't want to sit out and watch them. So.
Yeah, we are very worried. Yeah, everything should be like very quick, because today is 7th and we have only 1 month. Understand? So far as the opponent is here, it means that it will be very worried. That's why she's here, for everything to be like, justified in a good way.
Court may na ye them brand be juma. Aha. O Sunday wakabe yenko to abani bio. Yako to instructions there was mehen biano. Yes do ya yenti yelehwe. Ma court no ozbaba. Na ye wenyi sum there. Bibi aso bade na akwani.
You're still watching the Channel One Newsroom, still ahead in the bulletin. CLOGSAG strike disrupts key ministries as salary demands go unmet. I'll bring you the details of this and other stories shortly. Please stay.
Is this thing on now? I've been working long like a marathon now. Tying up words, making them a bomb now. Tell me, you tell me alone now. I got a message when they put it in a song now. I'll see you later, all the haters got it wrong now. We're touching the lightning, we're coming alive, yeah. We're feeling inside, yeah. We got the power.
Tank 300, where power meets elegance. Call us on 0501 772222 or 0501 773333.
Under the MPP, we have arrested the rapid depreciation of the cedi.
A nose-diving currency.
Why are you running?
Which has rather arrested the person who said he would arrest. He had arrested it.
I understand.
The dollar has rather arrested him, and so we're looking for him. We can't find him. I asked the IGP if he had the key so that we could find where our vice president was, and he said he doesn't have it.
I understand. I'm still amazed by the stuff that comes out of your mouth.
Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
How far with your intention?
To be honest, I'm so nervous about starting this new role on Monday.
Oh, please. I know you'll be great at it. You should be worried about what benefits they have. Example, do they have health insurance?
I doubt they will have that for internet. But no shaking. I have NHIS already.
Actually, I'm on a line.
Hey now, look at you. What are you going to do in the office when you can just download their app to register for an NHIS membership?
Yes, my people. You heard right. You can now download and register your membership on my NHIS app. No long queues or tedious paperwork. All you need is your Ghana card to register for yourself and for others. Once you register, you get a new digital NHIS card on your phone. My NHIS app gives you access to credentialed health facilities and services across the country. NHIS covers over 95% of disease conditions in Ghana. Access to healthcare just got easier.
Now let me sign up quickly. Me Seth, I'm starting work next month.
Hi, my name is Ochiame Kwame. I live at the plush Leisure Den Symphonic, a real estate property developed by Waylead Properties, the very developers of Vista Del Mare and the beautiful Alphabet City. So come with me to site. Let me introduce you to your new home, a gated community with 24-hour security in the heart of Sakomono. Behind me is going to be Willow Lane, where elegance will meet tranquility. You are going to be greeted with a 4-bedroom ensuite home with an elevator, swimming pool, children's playground, constant electricity, and many more. But wait, it gets even more interesting for early birds like you. You get a whopping $50,000 discount. Yes, I said $50,000 if you purchase between now and the end of this month. So call us now or visit us. Willow Lane, where elegance meets tranquility.
Welcome back to the bulletin. Let's stay on elections. And as the race for Tamale South parliamentary seat is intensifying as 4 additional candidates prepare to challenge the long-serving incumbent Haruna Idrisu. After 20 years in parliament, the former minority leader is seeking his 6th consecutive term to represent the constituency. Our Northern Regional correspondent Shawana Yusuf explores the history of the Tamale South constituency and the dynamics shaping this highly competitive race.
The Tamale South constituency has been a pivotal political stronghold in northern Ghana, consistently backing the National Democratic Congress (NDC) over the past 2 decades. The constituency is bordered by Tamale Central to the north, Tamale North to the northeast, Tolong to the west, and Central Gunja to the south. Data from Channel One TV Research Unit reveals that since 2004, the NDC has maintained control of the Tamale South seat, often capturing the majority vote. This year, 5 candidates are contending for the seat. The incumbent Haruna Idrisi of the NDC, Hussein Musa of the NPP, Kasim Abdul Jalulu of the CPP, Salisu Imoru Nabila of the PNC, and independent candidate Hashimiyu Yahya. Haruna Idrisu has held the seat since 2004, with the governing New Patriotic Party frequently trailing in second place. However, the NPP's vote share has remained below 30% in every election since 2004. The deputy organizer of the NDC in Tamale South, Husseini Abdul Latif, expressed confidence that Haruna Idrisu will retain the seat, stating that he remains unbeatable.
You know, if you are an MP, you should be visible to the people. And I'm telling you, for the past years he has been in the Parliament House, he has always been visible to his people. And that is what the people likes. And come to talk about women's empowerment, support for women, he does it. He does, and he's always with the people.
Meanwhile, Abu Mohammed, the secretary of the NPP in the Tamale South constituency, will emerge victorious on December 7.
The people are not enthused, or they are not happy with what they are seeing within the constituency with regards to the work of the MP. So I am of the strongest conviction that if we go for election 2024, December 7, Tamale South people will vote for my candidate rather than the current MP.
Independent candidate Yahya Hashimiyu, a former NDC member, shared with Channel One TV that he believes the incumbent MP relies on the party's name rather than his achievement.
The issue is not about the current MP, it's about NDC. The people of Tamale South love NDC and not the MP. The MP is riding on the back of NDC, not himself as a person. It's because of NDC. If they put a different person, for myself, if I were put on the ticket of NDC, I would have won the seat for NDC massively.
Efforts to reach the PNC and CPP candidates were unsuccessful as calls made to them were unfruitful. Over 90,000 registered voters in Tamale South are expected to head to the polls on December 7 to select their next representative in Parliament. Some Tamale South constituents shared their views on the upcoming contest, reflecting a range of opinions about the potential outcome of the election.
You come to an area and then get the leaders. There are some particular people, let's take that Lamashego for instance. There are some people who will talk and people will hear. That is the younger generation here. So when he comes, what he does best is to buy motorbike or motor Kia for that particular person who will talk and others will listen. But as we speak, those they have been convincing to vote for the MP. This time around, it's the same people who have called who are saying that no. This time around, they are not going to listen to what the people are telling him. Our current MP has been for the MP for about 20 years. So when he's not working for the constituency, his work is not corresponding to the years that he has been in there.
Here in the Tamale South constituency of the Northern Region, there are 5 candidates vying to represent the people in Parliament come December 7th. But the choice lies with the constituents who would be making a choice come December 7th to choose a representative in Parliament. For Channel One News, my name is Shawana Yusuf, reporting from the Tamale South constituency in the Northern Region.
And a reminder to you that this is the Election Bureau. Stay tuned for comprehensive and timely coverage of the 2024 elections. You can follow us also for real-time updates and join the conversation using the hashtag GhanaPolls2024. will say on elections this time in the U.S. as history has been made in U.S. politics as Americans have once again elected Donald Trump as president in the recently concluded general elections after a fierce contest with his main opponent, Vice President Kamala Harris, who replaced Joe Biden as a Democratic candidate in July 2024. Donald Trump is set to become America's 47th president upon his inauguration in January 2025. Channel One News' Frima Edunyame monitored the United States elections and filed this report from Virginia and Washington, D.C.
On the 5th of November 2024, the United States of America went to the polls to elect its 47th president. Now, in all, 538 members of the Electoral College had the task to elect the next president of USA. With 34 felony counts on his head, surviving 2 assassination attempts and a fierce contest, America has once again given the nod to Republican former President Donald Trump. Now, winning 292 of the electoral votes and securing a majority of total votes cast, Donald Trump, the 45th president of the United States of America, becomes the 47th president with 51%. So for those who voted for him and those who did not, what are their expectations of the second coming of Donald Trump as president? You care to share who you voted for?
I voted for Tamale Harris.
And your reasons are?
Really just her viewpoints and her standpoints on everything when it comes to financials for the kids, all the colleges and everything like that. And just really just people who are in need of help with money. Like she's really just speaking and saying everything.
You must be disappointed then.
I was a little disappointed, but at the end of the day, you got to keep going to work. You got to keep doing what you have to do. You wake up every day, you still have to continue doing what you're doing. Slight disappointment, but you got to keep going.
You've experienced Trump as a president before. This is his second coming. What are your expectations?
Pretty much just everything they're saying. He's talking about lowering tax prices, groceries are going to go lower. So really it's just hoping that he's keeping his promises and keeping his ends of what he's promising to America.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Vote for Trump.
Wow. Why Trump?
Because I don't trust the other side.
Okay, so with all the policies that he put out, which one of them really caught your attention? For that reason, you decided to vote for him?
Well, I know Trump is fighting against sex traffickers, pedophiles, and I know that he's, under Trump, the economy tends to be a lot better. And the other side, I know from my experience, they ain't going to get our votes, but not do anything for us. So that's particularly why I voted that way, because I don't trust I feel like Kamala's a puppet. She's being used by powers greater than her.
Okay.
So I don't, in the last 4 years, I believe America, the whole country was going downhill. And I don't feel like that. I feel like we got worse if she would have had it 4 years again. So that's my belief.
Thank you very much for your time.
Hi, hello. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Good.
You voted yesterday?
I did.
Okay. You care to share who you voted for?
I choose not to.
No problem. But this is going to be the second coming of Trump. What are your expectations?
My expectations is that he's going to rebuild financial stability in the people and also stop wars throughout the countries that we're going through. You notice how after he left, there was wars. Started seeing more wars. Before, there was no wars when he was president, so that's why I'm saying.
Okay. Are you happy he's here?
I'm happy that God is there.
Well, I've always said that there is sort of a tsunami of ignorance in America. People don't know the facts. And as Donald Trump is sort of a demagogue also, he blows up facts that are not necessarily true. He pushes back against his contender. He calls them dumb, low IQ, and whatever. And this country is in trouble. Half of the people think that this country is like a carnage, that it's going very bad. There are problems in America, but the communication of Donald Trump is so effective. As you compare it to that of Kamala Harris and the Democrats, that often don't want to see the real problem and say, we are hopeful, we know that everything is going to be all right. People don't feel that always in their lives. And the big thing is, Donald Trump was lucky to have a situation that we were not in the White House the last 4 years. Biden was during a very difficult period. There were wars going on in Israel, Gaza. There was contention about that. There was a war in Ukraine, and there was inflation, and there were expensive gas prices. People were very angry, and they said, "We're fed up." That's what they did in the election, say, "We're fed up."
Millions of Americans are looking for opportunities to live their dreams. They wait to see what the second coming of Trump has to offer after his inauguration on 20th January 2025. For Channel One News, Prema Efinami, the White House, Washington, D.C., USA.
Let's get back home and do some other stories. Now, the first day of the Civil and Local Government Staff Association CLOGSAG strike has significantly disrupted operations across several key ministries. CLOGSAG is demanding a revised salary structure and improved working conditions, but their efforts have so far been unsuccessful. Now, major ministries, including the Ministry of Works and Housing and the Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources, have seen services come to a standstill. Kennedy Messi provides more details.
This is CLOGSAG's second strike this year, leading to widespread disruptions as people seeking assistance are turned away at various ministries. A security officer at one ministry, speaking on condition of anonymity, confirmed the scale of the disruption.
All the workers did not come to work. The strike started yesterday. So all the offices are locked down.
Wow.
Not here alone, but the whole ministries and civil service. So, until further notice.
Why you are speaking on top of your voice like that? Why is so aggressive?
I have to let you know about the situation on the ground.
Wow.
All the big men, the top men too, are also on strike.
I see. It's amazing. I'm not surprised with the time or losing the country.
It started yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yes,
they were all here yesterday, but today.
We went for the
okay, it's starting today.
This that project
I'm aware of that.
Oh, okay. I see.
Until you hear that they have resumed work, then you don't come here at all.
Earlier, the Office of the Senior Presidential Advisor formed a technical committee comprising government and CLOGSAG's representatives to address CLOGSAG's demands while maintaining the single spine pay policy. This move follows a 2011 High Court ruling that prevents CLOGSAG from opting out of the pay structure. On October 30, the government presented a written alternative proposal, but the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission reports no response from CLOGSAG, prompting the current strike. Similar disruptions have been reported at other ministries, including Trade and Industry and Works and Housing.
When nobody can do any work for you.
Wow. Once I took back from the reception,
the reception did, I would lock that place. But here, because of them, they are making their work. So that's nothing is going on. All these cars being here, if a cars were used to park and go home, you understand? So if somebody left and said, we want to come and take, or, for staff there, anybody can visit, but there's nothing going on here.
CLOGSAG is one of the key associations that have members cut across various ministries, and the strike they are currently on is hampering business, impacting service delivery at various ministries. For them, they are demanding improved conditions of service and a new salary structure. They are indicating that they will not back off until their demands are met. Reporting for Channel One News, my name is Kennedy Chumesi.
Now, 2 people have died and 2 others are in critical condition following an accident involving a fuel tanker and 5 other vehicles in Konongo within the Asante Akim Central Municipality of the Shanti region. The Ghana National Fire Service told Channel One News that initial investigations indicates that a fuel tanker experienced brake failure, colliding with 5 vehicles and resulting in this tragic incident. Channel One News' Ashanti regional correspondent Fatih Aminu Ibrahim report.
According to the Ghana National Fire Service, the accident occurred on Wednesday evening when the fuel tanker's brakes failed, causing it to strike 4 vehicles before colliding with a Hyundai Lancer. Tragically, the 2 occupants of the Hyundai Lancer lost their lives on the spot. 7 other victims of the accident were rushed to the Konongo Government Hospital. Confirming the incident to Channel One News, The Ashanti Regional Public Relations Officer of the Ghana National Fire Service, DO2 Peter Ade, stated that 2 people with varying degrees of injuries are receiving treatment at the hospital.
At 6:12 p.m. yesterday, we had a distress call reporting an accident at Konongo Ward 6 near McBennett Company Limited. We quickly dispatched our fire tender at Konongo Fire Station to respond to the incident. Upon reaching there, we realized that a tanker truck was involved in an accident with 4 other vehicles. In total, there were 9 victims as a result of the accident. 2 lost their lives. Their bodies were retrieved by the fire team and they were handed over to the Ghana Police Service. The 7 other people were rescued by members of the public and sent to the Congo Government Hospital.
The police have commenced investigations to determine the cause of the accident. The bodies of the 2 deceased have been deposited at the morgue whilst the police continue with investigations. For Channel One News, I am Fatih Amin Ibrahim, Ashanti region.
And this is still the Channel One Newsroom, still ahead in the news. Black Stars face crucial AFCON qualifiers against Angola and Niger as Thomas Partey's exclusion stirs controversy. More details coming up shortly. Please stay.
Another morning, another day filled with possibilities. My old car reflects my journey, and today could be the day I take a big step forward. Anything is possible. Just think about it.
My shelves are ready to be filled, and soon the flat rate will open up exciting new opportunities. I can already envision a vibrant shop bustling with customers, all eager to discover what I have to offer.
I feel optimistic about import costs. Why? Because with DMB flat duty rates, my expenses will be more manageable. I can see my business thriving.
Every moment spent with my son brings back wonderful memories.
I tell you, my son, with Messiah digital scores, now one can create games in a website.
A show of boot #1 on the ballot.
Farmers, this is our season. The Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development, and Ghana Cocoa Board presents the 38th edition of National Farmers' Day celebrations and National Agricultural Fair on the theme Accelerating Agricultural Development Through Value Addition. This is happening at the Jubilee Park, Koforidua in the Eastern Region. Tuesday 29th November, official opening of the National Agricultural Fair. Wednesday 30th November, regional day for Eastern Region. Thursday 1st December, ADB Farmers Forum with the climax of a grand derby and award ceremony on Friday 2nd December 2022. His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is the special guest of honor. Major sponsors: Government of Ghana, Global Affairs Canada, Agricultural Development Bank, Exim Bank Ghana, Stanbic Bank, and more. Yes, it is National Farmers Day 2022. Ayiko to all farmers and fishers.
Luck is everywhere.
8K. Hey, wait.
You can put it on his tab. This is my man.
Good luck. The bill radio. We have star 712. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And now with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Let
me choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4. Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets. I'm choosing random ticket. That's it. Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5. Now follow the prompts and confirm. Now the luckiest The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Dr. Baumia once said,
but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
Dr. Baumia, when your fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you. That time now $1 to 4 cedis. And today, 11.5. The rate of depreciation. What are we going to say? Let me say $. India, a Turkish near Medinica, $1 or the premium. And black me money deposit. Not $, no. 6 cedis to $1. In August 2022, over $100,000. I have the evidence. Between 1,550,000 Ghana cedis, meaning the dollar was 15 cedis, 50 pesos. Where were the strategies?
The dollar, which was selling at 4.2 Ghana cedis in 2016, is today selling at about 17 Ghana cedis. Prices keep rising, businesses are collapsing, yet the so-called economic messiah is dead silent and totally clueless about how to fix it. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Thank you for staying with us. Let's do some sports now. And Ghana Black Stars are set to conclude their 2025 AFCON qualifiers with back-to-back matches against Angola on November 15 and Niger on November 18, with the latter serving as their final home game at Accra Sports Stadium. Now, currently, the team has only 2 points out of a possible 12, putting them at serious risk of missing the AFCON tournament for the first time since 2004. Now, in the lead up to these critical matches, Coach Otuado's announcement of a 25-man squad stirred some controversy, notably due to the exclusion of Vice Captain Thomas Partey. Gabriel Fair was at a press briefing earlier today and has more in this report.
After Coach Otuado announced Ghana's 25-man squad for the final AFCON qualifiers against Angola and Niger, Vice Captain Thomas Partey quickly became the center of media attention. The 31-year-old midfielder, who has logged 356 minutes for Arsenal across their last 5 Premier League matches and a Champions League fixture against Inter Milan, Partey will not feature in the upcoming qualifiers. Coach Otuado addressed the decision, offering insight into the rationale behind leaving Partey out.
If I don't see, let's say, from the performance side, the performance not there, and somebody else is performing, then I invite the other one. So there are lots of things on the pitch, but also off the pitch, which are important. And I explained it at the beginning, which make it, for me, crucial if somebody will be invited or not. And it's not like a permanent state. If I see it's there, you're always welcome. It's up to the player, not up to me.
Coach Otuado has faced a challenging qualifying campaign, with the Black Stars managing just 2 points after losses to Angola and Sudan, and 2 draws against Niger and Sudan. The team's struggles have led to some to label this as the country's poorest AFCON qualifiers to date. Ghana's chances of reaching Morocco 2025 now hinge on winning both upcoming matches and hope that Sudan loses both of their remaining games. Some sports enthusiasts share their views with Channel One News regarding Ghana's disappointing start to the AFCON qualifying campaign.
I think that except a miracle happens, we are not qualifying. And so it will be the first time in 20 years that we are not qualifying. And then it sums up how low we've sunk. And I think that unless you are not in the country, then you should have noticed the trend from 2019, as you said.
When it comes to Tuado, his second coming as the Black Star coach, very poor. And today's presser, revealing the 25-man squad for the Angola-Niger game, is something that we all expected to happen. And he has to do it, and he's done it, but there's nothing new there's nothing new. Today, I saw a frustrated Coach Utuado.
Following the squad announcement, the Ghana Football Association's Communications Director, Henry Asantichum, outlined the team's itinerary for the upcoming matches.
Our players are playing for their respective clubs this weekend. They will start arriving over the weekend, and then campaign begins from Sunday.
It's Monday morning.
Okay, so campaign begins hopefully Monday morning, and then we will keep you updated across our platforms.
Well, the final two games in the 2025 AFCON qualifiers is up in the coming days against Angola and Niger. That Niger tie will take place at the Accra Sports Stadium. That's the final home game in the 2025 AFCON qualifiers. But for today's naming of the squad, the 25-man squad done by head coach Utuado, the biggest headline is the omission or the exclusion of Arsenal Starman and Black Stars vice captain Thomas Partey, and Coach Utuado has gone on to explain the reasoning why he left out the vice captain of the national team. Now, the Black Stars are hoping to get some good results in the two games that are coming up after losing grounds in the first four games of the 2025 AFCON qualifiers. Reporting here at the Ghana Football Association premises, my name is Gabi Ofe.
You're still watching the Channel One Newsroom. Up next is CNR Business with Nashika Caesar.
CNR Business is brought to you by MTN and EcoBank.
Hello and welcome to CNR Business, proudly brought to you by MTN and EcoBank. My name is Nashika Caesar. In a move to enhance financial inclusion and drive the formalization of Ghana's economy, the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, has officially launched the much-anticipated National Credit Scoring System, My Credit Score. This initiative is set to revolutionize the way Ghanaians access credit and make purchases across the country. The credit scoring system, which has been under development for several months now, will allow Ghanaians make purchases without the immediate need for cash. My colleague Emmanuel Opong has more.
The new credit scoring system, utilizing the Ghana Card's unique identification for every Ghanaian, will enable the tracking of borrowers' identities across all financial platforms. This system aims to assess individuals' credit worthiness, simplifying purchasing processes. During the launch of this private sector-led initiative, Dr. Bawumia emphasized that it will encourage responsible borrowing and help reduce high rates of non-performing loans within the financial ecosystem.
The launch of My Credit Score today introduces a critical tool that will transform Ghanaians' access to credit and financing. The initiative comes at a crucial time in Ghana's financial sector. As has been stated earlier, Ghana's non-performing loan rate stands at about 24.3%, which is quite high. Such high NPL levels reflect challenges within our financial ecosystem, where the lack of a standardized, transparent credit scoring system has contributed to elevated risks for lenders and limited financial inclusion for borrowers. The introduction of My Credit Score represents a pivotal step towards addressing these challenges.
Board Chairman for My Credit Score, Augustine Jewu, discussed how the initiative works to promote financial inclusion.
We are available through many portals. If you have a laptop, you just go to mycreditscore.com.gh. If you want an app, there's also an app on the various Play Stores, the iOS App Store and then the Google Play Store. You can find the app there. Click on activate, put in your Ghana card, put in your phone number, go through the steps, very simple. You see a number there based on the information we have about you right there. For lenders, it's a different experience because they want to now know who you are. So they can't just log into their lenders portal and just spy on everybody. So we've put some business models around there to ensure that they don't just be checking everybody's credit score.
The launch of the credit scoring system adds to the digital drive agenda. It seeks to promote digital and financial transaction within the ecosystem. Reporting for CNR Business, my name is Emmanuel Opon.
Now, Ghana's crude oil revenue saw a significant boost in the first half of the year, with 55.6% increase compared to the same period last year. That is according to the Public Interest and Accountability Committee. Daniel Odumenza has more in the following reports.
Per PIAC's semi-annual report, the increase is attributed to higher production volumes, particularly from the newly operational Jubilee Southeast well. This led to a 10% year-on-year production increase, with revenues rising to $840.7 million, up from $540 million in the first half of last year. However, the report also highlights a persistent challenge. Total surface rental arrears remain elevated at $1.2 million, excluding arrears from terminated petroleum agreements. In light of this, PIAC has urged the Ghana Revenue Authority to prioritize the recovery of outstanding surface rentals. The committee further recommended that all assessed surface rentals be deposited into the Petroleum Holding Fund by February 28 each year as mandated by law.
PIAC added that it is important to ensure that revenue gains from the increased production translate into sustainable national benefits through improved accountability and timely revenue collection. For CNR Business, my name is Daniel Odumenza.
And that's all for CNR Business. It was proudly sponsored by MTN and EcoBank. My name is Nashika Siza. Many thanks for your time.
CNR Business was brought to you by MTN and EcoBank. There's no feeling quite like wanting something. You see it when you close your eyes. You feel it against the hairs on your skin. You smell it mingled with the wind. You know it's yours, but you just can't seem to reach it. Until you can. Whatever the dream, we can make it happen. So get out, get started, and make we do our.
Every day, people have money emergencies. Ma, I need my school fees emergency. Mama, chop money emergency. Emergency. Catch it. I'm your rent emergency. Now, there's a new emergency number in town.
More money, challenge and enjoyment. At the top life we got.
Dial star 770 hash for all your money emergencies and chop life.
Dial star 770 hash for money emergencies and get easy and quick access to your money, loans, and other banking needs. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Now that'll be all for today's edition of the Channel One Newsroom. But before we go, here's a recap of our headlines. Parliament adjourned indefinitely by Speaker Alban Bagwin as Business Committee fails to set agenda. CLOGSAG strike disrupts key ministries as salary demands go unmet. Tamale South Parliamentary race heats up as Haruna Idrisu faces fresh challenge for sixth term. And Black Stars face crucial AFCON qualifiers against Angola and Niger as Thomas Partey's exclusion stirs controversy. You can visit our website channel1news.com for more information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to Channel One TV on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Channel One TV. Also do well to download the Channel One Newsroom app on the App Store and Google Play Store. And again, this is the Election Bureau. Stay tuned for comprehensive and timely coverage of the 2024 elections. Follow us for real-time updates and join the conversation using the hashtag GhanaPost2024. My name is Adwoa Tenkoramaa Domena. Many thanks for your company. Good night.